Well, good morning. I think it was like, excuse me, 2 springs ago, I did a road trip up to East Texas, and there I went to the Freshwater Fisheries Center, and I did a little video. I'll put that down in the description box below so you can take another look at it if you'd like. But I remember here in Lake Jackson we have our own fisheries, but it's not freshwater, it's saltwater. And I think they do a lot of sea trout and some reds, and I forgot everything that they raise out there. And so I went over there and did a quick little tour, and this is what I found. So I finally arrived at the facility. This is kind of a little panoramic view of it. It had a cool little statue of father teaching son how to fish. And there's the hours. So they're open, and let's go on in. Now they had a lot of fish taxidermy out on the walls of what you could potentially, fish for out in the Texas Gulf Coast. There's a dolphin fish. Boy, that's a big one, huh? And here's their little gift store. That's a big grouper. I found Nemo. Now in there they have a touch tank for the youngins to play around with. But I wasn't going to play around with this crab. I value my fingers too much. And that's a big grouper. So the aquariums start out with a salt marsh, crawlers and swimmers. There's a big worm, which I don't want to catch. I really didn't see a lot of activity in this particular tank, maybe 1 or 2 fish. Then we go on to the jetties. And you'll see they go further and further out to sea at this presentation of aquariums. Well, did we find all these fish? Maybe a few. Okay, now we come to the nearshore aquarium exhibit. Yep, that's what we want. Red snapper, right? Pretty expensive at the grocery store. There's the Sergeant Major. Then the lane snapper, which I've seen an awful lot from people fishing off the jetties. I didn't see the eel in the tank. Okay, next is the Coastal Bay Aquarium exhibit. There's your oyster shells. And we go out deeper to the bay area. There's a nice redfish. Then finally we go deeper into the Gulf. The drumfish is what, you know, I normally catch out there. As far as shore fishing is concerned, or surf fishing. Oh, more red snapper. Too expensive at the grocery store. And here's the fish. Look at that flounder. Another redfish. I thought I saw a tarpon in here. So they also have a boardwalk out in the, I guess they call it the saltwater marsh area. And of course they have signs that kind of, you know, explain things as you go along. And coming up is one of the farm ponds that they raise. Oh, I think a lot of trout, sea trout they raise out there, and a few other variety of species, and some of the other farm ponds that we'll see later. Oh, by the way, I am in Texas on the Gulf Coast, and it was extremely hot. I think the humidity really made it worse. So this area is pretty typical of the wetland areas in our area. And I reached the end of the boardwalk. It's one of the ponds on the right, and here it is, the salt marsh area. Let's see, in this pond the youngins get to fish. Here's some of the farm ponds that they, raise the fish in before setting them out free. Here's some of the hatchery buildings. And certain times of years, the youngins can go out there and fish for sea trout. Yep, I saw deer out there. I think it's time to go home. Oh God, it's hot. Let's just go home. Okay, I'm back. That little video wanted me to do some surf fishing again. My brother-in-law used to go out there quite a bit, a good number of years ago. And of course the beach is only like 15 minutes away, right? So anyway, gives me an idea. I want you guys to be safe out there. And until next time, you guys, take care. I'm Francis Kiefel, and I approved this video.